Imagine this. Someone asks you to do a chore that is just impossible. Like, what if you had to fill a giant swimming pool with water? But uh-oh, there's a giant hole in the bottom. What would you even do? That sounds crazy, right?
But what if, just when you were about to give up, a secret helper showed up out of nowhere? And not just any helper, but a magical one. Whoa, now that changes everything, doesn't it?
Well, something just like that happens in our story today. So let's meet our hero. Her name is Kongji, and she has the kindest heart you could ever imagine. Our story starts a long time ago in Korea. Kongji lived a really happy life with her parents. But then, one day, so sadly, her mother passed away. And when her father remarried, her whole world just turned completely upside down. You see, Kongji's new family was, well, the complete opposite of her. While Kongji's heart was so warm and just full of kindness, her new stepmother and her stepsister, Patji, had hearts that were cold and full of jealousy. Yeah, they were not very nice at all. And because they were so jealous of Kongji's sweet and kind personality, they gave her these impossible tasks to do, one right after another. But this is where the magic really starts to happen. So first, they told her to fill this giant stone jar with water. But look, it had a huge hole right in the bottom. Every single drop she poured in just gushed right back out. Poor Kongji felt so hopeless. I mean, seriously, how could she possibly do it? It was a trick. She sat by the well and just started to cry, thinking she would never ever be able to finish, and she'd get in so much trouble. But then, right when it seemed like all was lost, something amazing happened. A giant, magical cow just appeared right beside her. Can you believe it? A big, gentle cow right there to help her. And this cow was so smart, it knew exactly what to do. It walked right up to the jar, lifted its big, strong hoof, and thunk, it plugged the hole perfectly. And just like that, Kongji could fill the jar all the way to the very top. But of course, her cruel family wasn't finished. When they saw that the jar was full, they just got angrier. So they gave her an even bigger job, to plow a massive field full of rocky dirt all by herself. That would take forever. But just as she started to worry, can you guess what happened? A beautiful flock of birds swooped down from the sky, and they were chirping this happy little tune. And they weren't just singing, they got right to work. With their tiny beaks and little feet, they plowed the whole field for her. It was incredible. Because Kongji was so kind, it seemed like nature itself wanted to help her, and all of that goodness was about to be rewarded in a really big way. You see, it was time for the king's grand festival. So while her stepfamily left her behind in her old rags, Kongji's magical animal friends came back, and they brought her the most beautiful clothes and lovely shoes so she could go to the festival too. She looked absolutely amazing. And at the festival, the prince himself was there. And you know what he noticed right away? It wasn't just her pretty dress. He saw her gentle smile and the graceful way she walked, and that true kindness that was just shining right from her heart. The prince fell in love with her kind heart. And so Kongji, the girl who was treated so unkindly, married the prince and became the queen of the entire land. What a wonderful, happy ending. So, what's the big lesson from this amazing story? It's something truly powerful, something that every single one of us has inside of us. The lesson is that kindness is your secret superpower. I mean, think about it. Kongji's kindness brought her magical friends when she was all alone. It totally changed her life and led her to a future that was full of happiness. And here's a really cool little fact for you. This story isn't new. It's actually one of the oldest and most famous folktales in all of Korea. People sometimes call it the Korean Cinderella, but with its own special Korean magic. Okay, now it's your turn to use your superpower. Can you think of one small, kind thing you can do for someone today? Maybe it's helping with a chore, or sharing a toy, or just giving someone a big, warm smile. I'm so curious, which magical helper in the story was your favorite? Was it the super strong, clever cow who plugged the hole, or was it the amazing team of birds who plowed the field? All right, let's see what you remember. It's pop quiz time. Question 1. Who was Kongji's cruel stepsister? That was Patji. You got it. Question 2. Which animal helped fix that leaky water jar? It was the magical cow. And for the final question, who did Kongji eventually marry? The prince! You totally aced it.
Okay, get your imaginary passports ready because you have officially explored a wonderful story from South Korea. Let's give it a stamp. Ka-chunk! Amazing job today, world traveler.